is it to keep playing games down to the wire like these and keep finding a way to pull it out?
I mean, it's fun when you find a way to pull it out. Earlier in the season, we were finding a way on the other side of it. Obviously, it's good to build that up right now. Kind of get these games under your belt. Where you're having to execute in the fourth quarter, having to make plays, having to get stops, and keep building on that. And obviously, it's best to learn these lessons while coming out on top as well.
You play with a lot of really good players, and now you're playing with Jimmy Butler. What he is doing at closing times in these recent games, does it sort of just put him up there with everyone?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. The way he just controls the game and, kind of all facets. I have, the utmost respect for him and everything he does, on and off the court, how he prepares himself. And, you can see, he's, one of the best in the league, and he proves it night in and night out.
And yourself, we always hear from players, give me consistent minutes, give me a consistent role, and I can consistently produce. Is that sort of how you feel about your play recently? Is that sort of, where you're going to be, what you're going to be, what's going to be asked, and you just have that comfort?
Yeah, definitely. I think we kind of are in a good groove right now where we know our roles. We know what is expected of everybody, where everybody's, kind of moving on the floor and where shots are coming from and, what we need from everybody. And I think that's, what's giving us success right now is continuing that.
Thank you, Kelly.
Next, we have Anthony Chang.
Hey, Kelly. I know the Heat's always going to preach defense, but last year I think you guys finished in the middle of the league defensively. Last month and a half or so, you guys are top of the league as far as defense. What would you point to as the reason behind this kind of huge improvement you guys have made on the end of the court?
That's tough. I think it's kind of just, we didn't have a lot of time. Obviously the off season and making some moves, and we had basically an abrupt training camp. Preseason, we had a bunch of guys in and out the lineup. We didn't have a lot of continuity, and I think it's just getting guys playing back together. Trusting each other on both ends of the floor. It's not like our schemes or anything is vastly different than it was at the start, but I think we're coming together and we're playing as a whole, and covering for each other, more dialed in now to game plans and assignments and all that kind of stuff, and we're kind of playing our brand of basketball that we need to play, and kind of making it so that we dictate to others rather than having other people dictate us.
And one follow-up on that, what have you noticed about the way you guys have kind of switched different coverages in the middle of the game, whether it's man to zone or just full court press? Like how has that kind of impacted opponents when you throw different looks at them, repeatedly throughout the game?
Yeah, it just gets people out of rhythm. Kind of take them out of what they want to do. Whether it's certain sets or certain guys in certain situations. Just want to keep people on their toes and make sure they're not, kind of getting in a groove on you, because when they can, people in this league can, do some serious damage.
Thanks, Kelly.
Next, we have Tim Reynolds.
Kelly, when things were really dark at like 7-14 or whatever it was, how worried were you that it wasn't going to turn around?
I don't think we ever thought it wasn't going to turn around. We knew we were a better team than we had shown, a better team than our record. We just had to, it wasn't going to come easy. And I think maybe, we thought it was going to be kind of given to us a little bit, after the year we had last year, regular season, playoffs, finals. We kind of thought we could, kind of walk through, the first few months of the season and, that our first couple months, and that wasn't the case. And I think, obviously, like I said, with the continuity, the people in and out of the lineup, we had a bunch of young guys there just playing for 2 weeks because of protocols, all different stuff. So it was tough, and I think obviously we were sitting in a tough spot that nobody thought we'd be in, and I think that kind of helped us. It kind of gave us lit a fire under us, gave us a push, and we needed it. And now you're seeing us come together on both ends of the floor, come together, as a team, as a whole, and it's fun to play now, and it's fun to see.
And forgive me if you were asked this a moment ago, but my internet went out for a second on me. And did you, in the off season or even in season so far, did you put an emphasis on just better finishing around the rim? Because I think you're shooting around the basket this year, I think is a career high, or at least close to a career high. Is that a byproduct of something?
Yeah, I don't really have an answer for that. I don't know. I would love to say that I worked on it, but no, I think it's just one of those things where, the floor is just a lot more space this year. And it's more, cutting, kind of that kind of stuff. And we're kind of focused on, I don't take any kind of mid-range twos anymore, I guess. It's all either right at the basket or threes and stuff. So I think, maybe that's driving the percentage up a little bit. I'm not sure, but, hopefully it stays, up. I never knew that was the thing.
And finally, one more thing. Your Zags are the #1 overall seed.
Nice.
Discuss.
Yeah, that's, obviously deservingly so, undefeated, right? I didn't see the bracket or the path, but, good for them. Ever since we went #1, my year, they've just, churned out, basically #1 teams almost every year, consecutively. It's been unbelievable, what they've been able to do over there. And, once one person does it or one team does it, it's like, now it's, it can happen. And, they believe in themselves, and, everybody believes in them. They got a great team with lots of depth, a lot of guys who are really, really good players. They got experience, they got guards, they got bigs, they got coaching. It's going to be fun to watch. And, like I said, I haven't seen the bracket at all, but, I'm excited for them, and, I believe they can do it.
Thanks, Kale.
Next, we have Josh Mosier with WSBN Channel 7.
Hey, KO, are these in-state games against the Magic becoming a rivalry?
Yeah, I think, obviously we play them, 4, 5, maybe sometimes 6 times a year with all the preseason and stuff. It's, you get used to play them. And, obviously, when we come and play in this gym, there's a lot of Heat fans in this gym, for a lot of times as well. And, I'd say it's, it's getting up there. Those games are always tough, hard fought battles, on both ends of the floor. And, they always play us tough, so it's, it's good to come in here and get a win and continue that.
Next, we have Brady Hawk with 5 Reasons Sports.
Hey, Kelly. Since Bam's been out, you've run a lot more sets with Jimmy. Do you think those type of actions can benefit Bam when he returns to be in different spots at times?
Yeah, I think, Bam is a super versatile player. And obviously me and Jimmy have had a great connection over these past, games while he's been out, just trying to pick up the slack, because, there's, obviously a big hole that, when Bam leaves this lineup that we need to fill. And, for us, obviously it's been good, but also, if we know that there's some success there, some chemistry there, and it can also serve as a time where we can be on the floor and we can give Bam a rest and make sure that he's good to go when he needs breaks in the game.
Next we have Christos Saltas.
Hello, Kelly. Congratulations on the win. I would like to ask you, what is the most special part to play alongside Jimmy? And about the team, in the last month you play much better. You are above 500. What is the biggest difference and the biggest improvement on your game as a team?
Yeah, obviously, playing next to Jimmy, he's an all-star. He's one of the best players in the league. Kind of MVP, caliber player, definitely for us. And it's fun to play against that, or play alongside someone with that. And the other thing is just how fired up he is and how competitive he is. It's fun to play with guys who have a will to win as high as his, and just that that burning passion and love for the game of basketball. You feed off that. And for us, he's kind of the head of the snake, and kind of makes us go. So it's fun, and you kind of just rally around that.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.